Army hosted its Concert for Hope at Veterans Memorial Hall tonight. The evening featured a special performance by the Chicago Staff Band, one of the organization's premier musical ensembles with more than a century of history. The band has toured the Midwest and also performed internationally. Each performance is said to send a message through the music. Donations collected during the concert supported local rental and housing assistance programs.
Do you know that in Winnebago County we have homelessness? We have people that need that house and that support, and this hope through music, we hope is going to bring that to those in need, to the fund, and through the funds that we're going to be raising tonight.